If McGregor is notorious, then what is Raiwat?
Cannon.
Oh.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
every punch, every strike I throw is intended to kill.
Okay.
So my entire personality is based on mixed martial arts, I would say.
Very interesting.
Whatever I do, whatever I think, everything is related to this in one way or the other. Only and only if you're ready to go through all this and you're crazy enough here and crazy enough here, then pursue this sport. If not, it's not for you.
Okay.
I am a purple belt, my dad is a black belt.
Okay.
So not only have they starting support me, but they have exceeded my expectations in terms of support and everything.
Oh. Hi friends, welcome to Prakhar Talk Sports. Today I am in Nagpur and I am sitting inside one of Nagpur's famous gym, Empower, and giving me company is one of India's rising mixed martial arts star, Raiwat Sagdeo. In this episode of Prakhar Talk Sports, we'll be trying to explore the sport, the fascinating sport of mixed martial art, and we'll be also getting to explore, learn about Raiwat's journey. So hi Raiwat, welcome to Prakhar Talk Sports.
Thanks for having me.
So Raiwat, I would like to start off this interview by first getting to know from you what is the sport of mixed martial art. Can you explain it to my audience?
Sure. So mixed martial art is basically freestyle fighting. There is no restrictions on any techniques. You're allowed to punch, kick, elbow, knee, grapple. You have few ways to win: submission, decision, or by a knockout.
Okay. So these are the basics of the sport. So now can you explain what are the rules of a mixed martial art match?
Okay, I'll give you a very basic rule because
Sure.
the rule book is this thick.
Okay.
So basic rules are: one round goes for 5 minutes. So and we have 3 rounds for regular fights. For championships, we have 5-minute rounds.
Oh.
And you can strike, you can grapple, and then you have 3 ways to win. Like I said, you can take the fight to the decision, which means nobody was able to finish each other. Otherwise, you can knock them down or you can submit them. That's how you win, and you're allowed to do almost everything. Obviously, the basics, like you're not allowed to kick the groin, back of the head, all these are not allowed, but everything else is legal.
Okay, and of course, for what we know, the thing that separates MMA, the thing that stands out for an MMA fight is the famous octagon
Yes.
and the cage.
Yes.
The MMA fights, they are fought inside in an octagon
Yeah,
ring,
yeah.
and the two competing athletes, they are closed in a cage.
Yes.
Okay. So how is, if I were to ask, how is the sport organized internationally, and so how can you answer that, how the matches are played at an international level?
So they have cards. In a card, they have 12 to 16 fighters, 12 to 16 fights, each fight having obviously 2 people, and they are organized in 3 ways: early prelims, and the main card. So according to the fighter's fame and his accomplishment, the higher the fame, the more he'll go on the top in that card. That's how it is organized. And then they have an octagon, they have 3 judges sitting beside, they have a referee taking charge of the fight, who will stop it if he sees anything wrong going on, whether it's a knockout, submission, or any injury, so it may be.
Okay. So these were so now we have laid the ground rules.
Yeah.
We have understood what MMA is,
Yeah.
how the MMA is organized. Moving to your journey. So I've understood that you lived in Pinjore, you lived in Nagpur,
Yes.
you have spent some time in Chennai. So
Yes.
could you start with your childhood? How these cities, living in these cities, shaped your journey?
So I
Childhood.
moved out of Nagpur very early, so early that I don't even remember.
Okay.
So I started most of my schooling was done in Pinjore, and in my school we had extra activities, So one of them was taekwondo,
Okay.
and that's how I got started. And in Chennai, I moved when I was 13, and that's when I took martial arts a little bit seriously.
Okay.
Before that, it was just something going on in my life.
All
No
right.
thoughts.
Okay. So you got introduced to how you got introduced to martial art? If I let's dig deep and how you got introduced, how you realized that martial art is a sport, and how you started playing it.
Okay, so like I said, it was a extra activity in my school. So what happened is they give you a form to fill out. That what do you want to do? That basketball, volleyball, computers, arts, and martial arts. So I was very interested in sketching as a child.
Okay.
So वहाँ पे arts लिखा था. तो मुझे लगा it is something related to sketching or painting or whatever. And I put my mark on it, signed it, gave it to my parents, signed it, and then I submitted the form. And now the time comes for activities, and they send me to the class. And what I'm looking at, people in white geese punching and kicking. I'm like, this is something wrong I signed up for.
Okay.
But I end up going in the class. अभी तो form fill कर दिया. I can't back up. I have to do it. So मैंने किया. And accidentally, that's why I got into mixed martial arts.
Okay. So I have read about you, and so when you started, it's a very interesting and a funny journey that you wanted to do something related to art.
Yeah.
And you ended up enrolling yourself into mixed martial
Yes.
art. But once you started your journey into mixed martial art, you practiced taekwondo, and you also practiced karate.
Yes.
So, but you eventually ended up playing mixed martial arts.
Yes.
So, what led to the shift from taekwondo and karate to mixed martial art?
So when I was doing taekwondo, it wasn't serious at all. In fact, it was only once or twice a week because it's in the school. So I didn't do it with no seriousness, just something I was doing. Whereas when I started karate, I was watching this movie. I'm sure you have watched it, Karate Kid,
Yeah.
with Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
Yeah.
तो वो मैंने बहुत देखी है, बहुत
Okay.
देखी है बचपन में. एंड जब वो मूवी देखता था तो मैं मम्मी को बोलता था कि यार मुझे भी एक कुंग-फू वगैरह करना है. सो मेरी मम्मी को ना एक बार आवाज़ सुनाई दी थी हमारी बालकनी से, लाइक बंच ऑफ किड्स जस्ट डूइंग द किया साउंड्स. एंड माई मॉम इज द वन, उन्होंने देखा, क्लास ढूंढा, एंड शी इज लाइक अभी कोई एक्टिविटी है नहीं करने को, सो आई एम गोना एनरोल माई चाइल्ड इन कराटे. लिटिल डिड शी नो कि यही इसका करियर होने वाला है.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how I got into karate.
Okay.
And when I was in karate, I was winning almost all of my competitions. But क्या होता था जिनमें मैं हारता था. So karate जो rule set होता है, it's called touch and take, which means you don't punch completely, you just punch halfway through and take halfway through. So what I used to do is I used to knock my opponents out, which is illegal in karate. And knockout करने के बाद I used to get disqualified.
Okay.
So my coach was a very open-minded guy. उन्होंने मेरे को बताया कि एक काम करो, you're doing good in karate, but if you really want to, drop people and create violence, cause chaos, you should try kickboxing. Because kickboxing is a full contact sport. You're allowed to do complete strikes, complete punches, everything. So yeah, that's how I got into mixed martial arts from kickboxing.
Okay. So when you got introduced to, when you started having a hang of mixed martial art, what was that specific moment that you thought that mixed martial art is going to be your sport and you're going to pursue it professionally?
So when I started martial arts in general, मतलब मैं अपने आप से झूठ बोलता था कि मुझे ये करना है, मुझे वो करना है. Deep down, I only wanted to do something in martial arts. क्या करना था मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं था, बट जो भी करना है भाई इसी में करना है, इतना पता था. And then on YouTube and whatnot, I started searching कि ये MMA क्या होता है, what is this full contact fighting and everything. So Conor McGregor करके जो you must know him,
One of the greatest mixed martial art athlete.
तो उनका मुझे दिखा कि ये है, and then I started watching his interviews and everything he does, and I'm like, yeah, this kid from Ireland, we had no fighters in Ireland before.
Yeah.
He evolutionized the sport. Why not somebody from India? So I thought, यार कि this is my sport. यही मुझे करना है, जो इन्होंने करा मुझे यही करना है.
Okay, so how do you think MMA? So you have been an MMA athlete for some years now. How do you think mixed martial art has shaped your journey?
So my entire personality is based on mixed martial arts, I would say.
Very interesting.
Whatever I do, whatever I think, everything is related to this in one way or the other. So I don't know how to specifically quote ki exactly kya hai, but I would say everything, all the way from my toe to my hair, everything has a purpose, and it's mixed martial arts.
Okay.
Yes.
It's interesting that how one sport can impact a person's life so much that right from toe to, as you have said, toe to head, everything is driven towards MMA. So I have read about you, and you have said to me earlier also that initially your parents were not that supportive when you told to them that you want to pursue mixed martial arts, but they were not, readily did not accept
Yeah.
that you can pursue a career. So what was that phase of your career like? How did that impact you?
So by then I didn't really start training formally. It was a thought in my head कि मुझे ये pursue करना है. But I don't blame them here because it's not a real career. If you think about it, the chances of making it to the top are less than 1%. Actually less than 0.1%. So क्यों करेंगे वो support? I don't disagree with them completely. But I knew कि मैं कर सकता हूँ. And it's really hard to convince them कि मैं कर सकता हूँ.
Okay.
So it took me some time. We had our back and forth. We had our fights.
Okay.
But now eventually they got a hang of it कि यार अपने लड़के को यही करना है तो support करेंगे करके.
Okay. So now that you have been playing mixed martial art for some years, has their perspective towards you changed? Their perspective towards the sport has changed? Have they become more supportive of you?
Yes, they have not only have they become supportive. I have fought here in Nagpur couple of times. So when I was doing my weight cuts, my mom and my dad were my helping partners for cutting weight.
Wow. Okay.
And not only that, my mom and dad are big fans of mixed martial art themselves.
Okay.
They know all the big fighters.
All right.
My dad is actually a black belt in Verdict MMA, which is a prediction website where you predict fights and you get your belts.
Okay.
I am a purple belt, my dad is a black belt.
Okay.
So not only have they starting support me, but they have exceeded my expectations in terms of support and everything.
Okay.
Without them, I couldn't go this farther this fast.
Okay. So it's interesting that initially the parents were not at all supportive, and now they are backing you to the hilt. And your father, as you said, he is now he's predicting fights, predicting the results of the fights, and your both parents are helping you in your during your preparations, during your competitions. Okay, so you have for being a mixed martial art athlete is not easy, and you have trained in India, you have trained in Indonesia, you have trained in Thailand, these three countries specifically. So can you explain what difference have you experienced training as a mixed martial art athletes in all these three countries?
So first off, the facility. So I've been to the best gyms in Asia. One of them is called Bangtao MMA. It's a huge facility, massive, enough to accommodate more than 200-300 athletes at a time. So we don't have those kind of things in India. And the coaching. So Muay Thai, the art of 8 limbs, is traditionally from Thailand, and the gym is in Thailand. So they have the best Muay Thai coaches in there, and they have also the owners of the gym, Hickman brothers. They are the best, like some of the best coaches in the world. They train, UFC champions and whatnot. So that kind of experience, that kind of coaching, those facilities, that kind of training partners. Since it's such a big gym, everybody flies in from different countries. We got people from Europe, we got people from the States, we got people from Brazil, China, Russia, coming in one place in Thailand, in one of the super gyms, and then training there together. That kind of environment is not here in India. That is like one of the massive differences. The coaching, the infrastructure, and the training partners.
So when you train abroad, I've read that you train under one of very famous mixed martial art coaches. His name is Alexei. He's from Russia.
Yeah.
So how has coaching under Alexei impacted your career?
Okay, so I trained when I was in India. I trained under Siddharth Singh, my coach, MMA coach, and he's the best coach in India without a question. He is the best, whether it comes to striking, whether it comes to grappling. But I felt like I wanted to experience a different kind of coaching and more training partners, not different, but like more training partners. So I moved to Bali for some time, and in Bali MMA, the head coach Alexei, that's where I met him, and he actually shaped me very differently. His style of teaching is the Soviet style of teaching. So the way they punch, the way they move, the way they grapple is fundamentally the same, but they have their own spice of things.
Yeah.
So that to me was very new, and I feel like that impacted my game in massively, really big. Like his techniques, his methods, his way of coaching is really, really good. I was really honored to train under him for some time.
Okay. So as you said, when you went abroad for training, you could experience a massive difference.
Yes.
In abroad, there was the kind of infrastructure that was missing in India. So do you think lack of infrastructure is causing India to lose some really promising mixed martial art athletes or talent?
I wouldn't say just the lack of infrastructure. I would say हमारे पास gyms बहुत कम है. जो हमारी अच्छी जिम्स है वो हमारे पास बहुत कम है. We have coaches like Siddharth Singh, we have coaches like Ashwin Hun, but कितने हैं? मैं उंगलियों पे गिन सकता हूँ, इतने ही coaches हैं.
Okay.
We need to have more coaches. We need to have more MMA fighters. We need to have more coaching, good coaching centers, so that जिस छोटे छोटे शहर से जो लोग होते हैं वो भी ट्रेनिंग कर पाए. Not everybody can afford to move to Delhi. Like third tier city people नहीं कर सकते, काफी लोग नहीं कर सकते. वो क्या करते हैं? छोटी जिम में स्टक हो जाते हैं. They cannot improve because they are not training with the best. If you want to be the best, you got to train with the best. And thankfully, I had the opportunity to do so. So when I was in India, I trained in the best gym ever, cross train.
So coming to your journey again, you recently got injured.
Yes.
How did you pick that injury? What was that injury? And can you take us through your recovery process? How was that?
Sure. So I was getting ready for my professional debut in Changu Fight Night, and I had 5 more weeks to go for the fight. Sparring really good, sparring really hard, doing well. And in the last round, last few seconds, me and my partner, we were trying to take each other down, and my knee snapped, my right knee. Okay. So it snapped, and I heard a trrk sound.
Ouch.
It hurt really bad. I was holding my knee, grumping, and I thought, because I have had a similar injury in my left leg, MCL. There's a ligament called MCL, but it was grade 2, which means it doesn't need any surgery. You just do rehab, and it kind of heals on itself. But this injury, it was a complete ACL tear, which means the ligament is ruptured. So I had to fly back India emergency with sitting on the wheelchair and whatnot.
So this was when you were training abroad?
Yes, in Bali.
Okay.
Yeah, in August.
Okay.
So I had to fly back. I couldn't walk. I was walking, limping all the time. I met my surgeon. I did my prehab for 4 weeks. And after that, I had my surgery. So now I'm in the recovery process. I'm 12 plus weeks out surgery.
Okay, so you are now in the recovery phase.
Yes, I'm in the recovery phase.
If things go well, how long will it take from today before you can get back to full-fledged MMA action?
Things are going extremely well. I'll get back to full-fledged action by May.
Okay.
And hopefully, when I'm in fight shape, I'll fight as much as I can for the next year.
That's another 5 months out.
Yes.
That's another. We are in December, so May. It will take another 5 months for you. So ACL is, as people who follow sports very closely, ACL is a journey. It is an injury which takes almost a year for an athlete to recover from before he or she starts playing the sport at the top level again. So you you recently beat one of America's top fighter in MMA, Qasim.
Yes.
What was that fight, and can you share your experience of defeating Qasim, and how did you feel when you notched that victory?
Yeah. So the game plan when I went to the fight was, because he's a boxer, so he had really good hands, and not to say I was scared of his striking, but we were cautioned, we were careful. We didn't want to strike with him. So the game plan was to go, strike a little bit, take him down and finish him. But Qasim was such a game opponent. I took him down twice in the whole fight, but he was very strong. He got back up again. He landed a good knees, landed good punches. Very close fight we had. So I won by split decision, which means I only won by 1 point. It was a very razor thin fight. So yeah, amazing fighting him. But I was very sad after my fight because I couldn't deliver the performance I wanted to. I wanted to finish him.
You wanted a knockout?
Submission.
Okay.
Yes, because I really worked very hard on my jiu-jitsu. My jiu-jitsu game increased when I went to Bali. I trained under this guy called Scott Carpenter from Australia. He made my jiu-jitsu go really up. So if I held him down enough, I was 100% sure I could submit him. But he was very strong. He got back again really quickly. So game opponent though. Yeah.
Okay. The decision was the end result was decided by a very bare margin.
Yes, bare minimum. Yes.
But you wanted a very dominant victory, which you could not.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure as you keep on playing, you will one day achieve. You will have a result where you will be able to knock your opponent down.
Next fight. I'm finishing
submit or made him submit. Okay, you have told that two people have really influenced your life, and you consider them as your role models.
Yes.
One is Bruce Lee,
and
another is Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
If I could have shown, both their photos are displayed over here.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, I can see right over here, and McGregor's picture is here. And So how have they influenced your life? What have you learned from them? If I
तो मैं बचपन में मूवीज बहुत देखता था,
Yeah.
अभी भी बहुत देखता
Yeah.
हूँ। तो यही सब ब्रूस ली की मूवी, जैकी चैन की मूवीज, ये सब देख के मुझे लगता था कि आई ऑल्सो वांट टू डू दिस थिंग। सो ब्रूस ली एंड जैकी चैन एंड ऑल दिस पीपल गॉट मी इनटू मिक्स्ड मार्शल आर्ट्स, इन मार्शल आर्ट्स। बट समबडी हु मेड मी बिलीव कि यार इसमें पैसा भी कमाया जा सकता है, इसमें नाम भी कमाया जा सकता है, इसमें करियर भी बन सकता है, यू कैन मेक अ लाइफ आउट ऑफ दिस स्पोर्ट, that is Conor.
Okay.
I think he is inspiration to, he should be to all the fighters, because what he has done in such a short amount of time, nobody else has been able to do it. I mean, I look up to every single person who steps foot in the octagon, because it's not an easy deal. But McGregor has a special place. That's why.
So before coming to Nagpur, I was watching Conor McGregor documentary on Netflix, and it's really well made. You get to know Conor's life very closely, the fights that he had in UFC, how those fights also affected him. So if you want to learn about mixed martial art, if you want to learn about Conor McGregor's life, then Netflix documentary McGregor Forever,
yes.
that's a documentary that's seriously must watch. It's a really well made documentary. Okay, sport is all about success. We talk about we have to succeed in sport. So how, if I were to ask how Raiwat describes success, what success means to you, what will be your answer?
Success to other fighters or other people might be victories, might be money, might be the belts. I don't know how they define it. For me, success is in the camp when you're getting preparation for a fight. You have 8 to 12 weeks, that period. अगर उस टाइम पे आप अपना 100% दे रहे हो, every single day you're doing the things you're supposed to do, sleeping at the right time, waking at the right time, eating your diet properly, not cheating, whether it's on training, whether it's on your food, whether on your sleep, you're doing all the marks properly, I think that's success. Then the result doesn't matter. What matters is if you give your 100% or not, in my opinion.
Okay.
That is success to me.
Okay, so every sports person, they go through some low phases as well.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you would have also experienced your low phases
Yes.
when you picked up the injury,
Yes.
you're doing your rehab process. So when you are going through your depressive phase, low phase, how do you motivate yourself? What motivates you to hit the gym every day and keep practicing? So how do you push yourself?
Okay, so I'll give you two answers.
Sure.
First one, you said, how do you push yourself to go to the gym?
Yeah.
That is one quote from Khabib when he says कि यार तुम आज जिम नहीं जाओगे तो कोई ना कोई और तो जा रहा है, और कभी तुम दोनों मिलोगे फिर वो तुम्हें पीटेगा। तो आई एम लाइक यार ये तो सही बात है। सो आई रियली डोंट केयर हाउ इंजर्ड आई एम। सो आई गॉट आउट ऑफ माय सर्जरी, one day out, I got my dumbbells at home and I started working out. Obviously I couldn't grapple or punch because I couldn't stand also, but I could do my bench press, I could do my shoulder press. I kept doing what I am able to do. I think you should do what you can with what you have. I believe in that. And speaking of what did you ask? First one was the
so how do you motivate yourself?
motivate yourself while I'm depressed. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is, मैं अगर बहुत खुश होता हूँ ना कोई भी चीज में, या फिर बहुत दुखी होता हूँ, तो मैं अपने आप को एक ही चीज बोलता हूँ कि शांत रख, ये फेज भी चला जाएगा।
So even if it is a low phase, it will pass, it shall pass. And even if it's a reminder, if you are too happy, so that will also pass.
Yes.
You might come across some dark times as well.
Because when I sometimes finish my opponent or something, I'm so happy. I'm like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm like, you gotta calm yourself down. Never go to the highest of the high, because you'll go to the lowest of the low.
That helps you to keep grounded.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think is the missing piece in India's mixed martial arts scenario so that India emerges as a country where opponents like you are taken seriously and India starts producing more MMA athletes and more top-notch mixed martial art fighters?
Like we spoke about the training before, that is big aspect, but वो बहुत अच्छे से improve हो रहा है. We are doing really well in that. What is missing with us is experience. India का combat sports में experience बहुत कम है. हम Olympics में इतने मेडल लाते हैं जितने हम उंगली पे गिन सकते हैं, ठीक है? Whether it be boxing, whether it be wrestling, we only get that many medals. So हमारा combat sport experience बहुत low है. In our schools, जो बाहर के schools होते हैं in US, when they are in mid school, they have their programs. So kids will start wrestling when they are 12, 13, 14, 15. Our kids, they never wrestle. हमारे kids को क्या पसंद है? Chess खेलना, cricket खेलना. Not that it's wrong, but if you talk about mixed martial arts, that's not going to help you. You got to fight, you got to wrestle, you got to box. So we don't have that culture, number one. And because of this, most of our fighters start when they are 18, 20, 21. Russian athletes are already world champions at 21. We are only starting by 21. Massive difference. So that is one thing, lack of experience.
So our kids, by the time they are only catching up.
Yes.
So by the age of 18, 21, athletes from abroad, they have already become champions.
Yes.
And we are only catching up. For the rest of their life, they want to make up for the time.
Yeah.
So as you said, they have to start early.
Very early,
if they have to succeed in mixed martial art, right from the age of 4 or 5, they have to be exposed to the brutal world of mixed martial art combat.
Doesn't have to be really brutal. You can start your kids off by jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is the best thing you can do for your kid. It will give him or her confidence, self-defense and fitness and everything. It doesn't hurt you. There's no punching involved. You can put your kids into jiu-jitsu until they are 12, 13. Then they can pick up boxing or Muay Thai if they want to pursue MMA.
Okay, so we are wrapping this interview down, and before we finish this interview, I have a very interesting segment for Raiwat. It's called Rapid Fire. And Raiwat, you have to be very quick on your feet.
I'll try to be.
You have to be very quick on your feet, pun intended.
Okay.
And you have to try, not think much about these questions, and just give me the first answer that comes to your mind.
Sure.
One misconception about mixed martial art in India that needs to be broken urgently.
People think it's human cockfighting. It's not. It's a regulated sport which has rules and regulations.
Very interesting that you use the phrase cockfighting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if mixed martial art doesn't exist, what would Raiwat be doing?
Some kind of performer. I'm not sure, but something for the public. I'm not sure what. Probably a guitarist. I don't know, but some kind of performer.
Some kind of performance. You like your stage.
Yes.
Okay. If McGregor is notorious, then what is Raiwat?
Cannon.
Oh.
Yeah. Every punch, every strike I throw is intended to kill.
Okay. Okay. Favorite combat sport or sport you watch apart from mixed martial art?
Oh, that's a. Oh God. All of them.
No, but any sport like you feel like spending your off days away from the gym. If one sport that you would want to watch, binge watch, which sport?
Can it be a combat sport?
No, beyond combat sport.
Oh, beyond combat sport. Oh God. I have no idea, Prakhar.
Okay.
No idea.
Okay.
Probably swimming. I don't know.
Okay. Next question. Bruce Lee or Conor McGregor? If you had to pick one of these two for a WWE tag team match, who would you choose and why?
Conor McGregor for sure, because he's a bigger guy. Bruce Lee was a small guy, 135 pounds. Conor is a big guy. So.
Okay, but Bruce Lee was fast? Okay.
Yeah, that is also true.
Okay. One word that your coach would use to describe you?
Okay, so Siddharth coach is different.
So you can give me 2 words.
Okay, so Siddharth coach used to just call me like southpaw. Southpaw is a stance.
Yeah.
So which means you put your left hand behind and right hand forward.
But athletes is dominant hand is left hand.
And Alex used to call all of his students bliad. It's a cuss word in Russia. I don't know what that means.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Bliad.
Bliad.
Yeah, in Russia it means something bad, but I don't know what that means.
It's a cuss word in Russia. Okay, Raiwat, if to wrap up this interview, if you had to send out one message to young girls and boys who wish to pursue mixed martial art or any sport, what would your word of advice or what would your advice be for
them? Should I sugarcoat it or should I be
No,
brutal?
you have to be real. Don't sugarcoat it. This stage is not for sugarcoating.
Okay, so that's my camera, right? Look in the camera.
Yeah.
So people who are pursuing mixed martial arts, be very, very careful what you get into. It's a very brutal sport. You break your limbs, you break your heart, you break your soul. Everything will be tested. You have to pass all these tests. You got to train hard. You don't have any social life, no friends, no nothing. Eat clean all the time, train hard all the time, sweat, injure. Nobody will care about you. Nobody will give you fights. You got to chase everything by yourself. Only and only if you're ready to go through all this and you're crazy enough here and crazy enough here, then pursue this sport. If not, it's not for you. But for those who are doing it, I give my regards.
Okay. And before we finish conversation, I have something, a small favor from Raiwat. This is my autograph diary. So could you please sign it for me and leave a message?
Sure.
I would be really grateful. So I have my diary back, and let me see what he has written. Believe in your work and trust the journey. That's a really beautiful message from Raiwat, and he has given his autograph, or quite an interesting autograph. So that was my conversation with Raiwat. I wanted to explore. I was always curious about mixed martial art as a sport, and no better person than an upcoming star in Raiwat to explain me what mixed martial art is, what is India doing in mixed martial art, and how can we as a country succeed in the sport of mixed martial art. So how did you like this video? Please do let me know in the comment section below. Please like the video. If you could learn something, if you have learned something new today from this video, please share and circulate it with your friends and family members, and follow Raiwat on his Instagram channel. I will flash his Instagram channel on the screen. It will be flashing on the screen. Follow me on my Instagram channel as well. And thank you so much for your support, continuous support for my YouTube channel, Prakhar Talk Sports. And I will keep on bringing to you some interesting stories from the world of sports. Thank you.